It's Laura Eubanks of Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. Sorry, but oh my gosh, this is like squeezing blackheads. The most satisfying thing you will ever do. Um, yeah, it's me, and I'm in Poway on a 2-day. This is Kathy and Gary's place. This is a gorgeous property, which you will become more and more familiar with over time because this is going to be a multi-phase project, but we're just starting small with this area, which has been a burr in their rear for years. Here's the challenges. One, pine tree, which provides shade and aesthetics and is not going. So what do, right? Well, they got off to a good start with the agave attenuatas. A soft-skinned agave is a great choice under a messy tree like a pine or a podocarpus, for example. So what we are going to do is remove all of the non-attenuatas that you see in here. We're going to leave the Grevillea and the Bougainvillea because they look great up there in the corner. But everything else is going to come out and get rehomed in other parts of the yard. And then we are going to do, Greg's going to pull up the irrigation, which is just everywhere. And redo with subterranean, Netafim subterranean drip just to support the agave attenuatas. The pine tree has feeder roots that extend for days, so no worries about getting ample water to the pine. And we're going to pull in more beautiful boulders. They've got, kind of these Poway rocks going here, which will stay, but we're going to add Baja Cresta. You can see they've got a little Baja Cresta. They attempted to do a little bit of retention work here because when it rains or the irrigation gets turned on, everything slides down the hill. So on this side and over here closest to the entry, we're going to do some work on building up the soil, staging boulders and more rubble, and just trying to level it out just a little bit. Then Caesar from Sun Valley is coming by with 12 more agave attenuatas, and we are going to stage those. We are then going to do, the new irrigation. Then we're going to put down some fresh DG, decomposed granite, and that's going to be it. With the idea being that the attenuatas, which are a shrub agave, will pup and turn into more of a stand. Really fill in the space beautifully, very easy to blow or to rake with the soft skin and no needles, easy to manipulate. Then over time, as they do start to mature and throw off pups, we can take the pups and move them around other areas of this multi-acre property. So we're going to tear in. So we decided to just combine day 1 and day 2 into one grand reveal. We didn't have a whole lot to report yesterday. So it is your grand reveal in Poway. I just wanted to kind of start down at the bottom of the drive to kind of give you a sense of this property. Kay Stewart was the initial landscape designer on this many, many, many years ago. Then Tom Jesh and Steve McDermott came and did a bunch of work, and now it's my turn. So you note this mesquite tree here, so beautiful, and the Caliandra, so pretty. But this Senecio Vitalis, not feeling that. So on another phase, I'd like to remove the Senecio and the sage and lavender. I love the blue flame agave, so we'll do more of those and some boulders in here. We'll get rid of the giant Americana over there. We'll keep all of the pretty deer grass that softens up the wall. And yeah, just work on editing, doing some very judicious edits. Oh, I just noticed this sedum Nussbaumeriana in here. That's so pretty. But yeah, now this side of the drive is pretty with the lantana and the softness, the euphorbia, the salvia. So this is fine. But down below, There is, again, so much drop of leaf from the pine tree, and it was a volunteer. So they're seriously considering removing it, at which time I could go down there and do some really, really beautiful work with some large statement cactus and succulent plants. Then here we are. It just looks so good and so tidy and so neat and clean. I did some retention with about a half a basket of 6 to 12 inch Baja Cresta rubble. We brought in exactly 12 2-foot Baja Cresta rock. There were a few Poway rocks that were already here, and we brought in a half a yard of soil to reduce a little bit of the downslope, and then a yard of Cali Gold decomposed granite. Why decomposed granite? Because of the pine needle drop. No way we were going to do rock under there. It would be impossible to keep clean. So yes, this little installation I rehomed. They had little portulacaria kind of scattered all over the place. So I just grouped them together and planted 3 bunches of that to soften the dry stack walls. And the client, is really, really thrilled with this. We also began modifications of the entryway. Remember the big potted euphorbia back there? Took that out.
It's over here now.
And moved the pot over here. And the euphorbia was cut up for parts. Some were planted in the back, and others Hannah's taking home to put into her yard. I added more barrel cactus in here. Didn't have to buy any. These were we just went on an Easter egg hunt and found these all over the property, like buried under other things. So.
Are you going to be doing anything in the other parts of that?
Yeah, we will take a quick peek at the rest of the yard. I'm going to take these hesperalloes out and continue the golden barrels through here. Then we're going to do the pharaoh cactus colony in here. I'll get rid of these little grasses and do pharaoh, cactus, get rid of these grasses, bring the pebble all the way through up to the corner of the house. And then once you hit this grass that's more established, we'll let that stay. But I mean, look down there. Look at the beautiful rock formations, the view. Kay did such an amazing job of laying this garden out, and it was beautiful for many, many, many years. But the clients are concerned about their water usage. The maintenance is really high. There's a lot of lavender. There's a lot of grasses, ornamentals that are just really starting to get, out of control. Can you just imagine what we could do in here with a tapestry? This is a shady, dappled, shaded area of the patio. But look at the flagstone and the rock outcroppings. The flagstone right there, so pretty. I just love how they did just like a circle of it. Really formalized the pathways. And look at that, you guys. Can you even? So here's my idea. Down there is to pull out all of the non-succulent plant material and plant cactus and succulents and make an absolutely stunning cactus garden with big mature plants. Look at that Hercules down there. Oh, sorry. Yeah, I know. I just love this. So yes, this is on the agenda. You want to walk around? Yeah, we can come out the other side. So multi-phase project. They have, Alstroemeria, which is fine because it kind of comes and goes on its own. Roses, they're ready to let go of. Some of the hedgery we'll keep because it serves a purpose. This is very steep and it's green, so that's fine. This is a really pretty Cecile Brunner. Yeah, this rose will stay. This is an heirloom rose, and it's one of my personal favorites, and it's really, really tough, and I'm going to vote yes on keeping that. You know, the Rosenka, the bougainvilleas also aren't bothering me. And they pretty much take care of themselves. But, you know, a lot of this stuff, you know, look at the, oh dear, yeah. You can try all day long with perennials. But with this kind of a slope and with the heat and the exposure, cactus and succulents are really the way to go. A lot of sea lavender here. Messy, don't love. I'm just excited to expose a lot of these beautiful rock outcroppings and just edit, 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 edit. You know, then these ornamental pear trees, also, they're going to get rid of those. They don't provide shade or privacy. They're very, very messy. They're starting to block the view. So those will go. And over here, this is going to be part of phase 2. This whole area in through here, this patio area, and the big rock outcropping. Look at the cool Dudleya Bretonii. Love to bring, those are native to us here in San Diego. I'd love to bring more of those in and just get rid of all of the Senecio vitalis. And those big agaves up there can stay, but when they bolt, you know, I'm not going to do giant agaves again. So yes, this is very exciting. I don't hate these grasses here. Those will probably stay, at least for the time being. And then we're back to the front again. So it's a very large, very beautiful property. And I'm very, very excited to be able to bring my spin to it. And I thank you guys all so much for following. And we will see you. We're going to go up to LA for a few days and take care of Lucy while her folks go to a wedding. And then we will be breaking ground in Normal Heights next week on Tuesday. So we will see you then. Bye, guys.